Hey, good morning, good morning, good morning. Welcome to another episode of Gratitude and Gains, where we're going to get our bodies moving, blood pumping. We're going to set our gratitude and our goals so we can keep climbing higher throughout the day. Super excited you're here with me this morning. Let's rock, let's roll, and let's go. If this is your first time tuning in, I want you to go ahead and check in with me in the chat. Let me know where you're tuning in from. I get people from all over the world, so would love to give you a quick shout out. Just put a 1 in the chat so I know it's your first time. And if you have been here before, you already know what time it is. Go ahead, hit that like button, and make sure you guys are subscribing to the channel. That always helps us get it out to more and more people. So excited you're here with me. Let's go ahead and dive on in. Let's rock, let's roll, let's go. All right, so first thing, I was writing in my gratitude journal this morning, my prayer journal, my gratitude, my goals, all the things that I'm trying to accomplish. And one of the things that I wrote down that I am grateful for is awareness. I'm grateful for awareness, and not the kind that feels comfortable. It's actually the opposite, but it is the kind that helps you grow. See, yesterday, I was actually working with a prospective client, and I lost a deal. It was kind of a bummer, right? I was disappointed to lose this opportunity. Grateful to have the opportunity, but I lost it. I lost the deal, and instead of getting frustrated at the prospect because there were some things, that was my initial reaction, was to be frustrated at them. Like, how could you not see this, And because we were clearly beating the other competition. We were clearly beating them, but they still decided to choose the competition anyways. And so my first reaction was to get a little bit frustrated. And I took a breath, and in that moment, I was like, okay, wait a minute. Let me see what I can do. Where can I take accountability, right? And so I turned the mirror on myself, and it was really an awareness moment. I started to ask myself, what could I have done differently? Where could I improve? What needs to be clearer in how I show up, in how I communicate, right? Like, how could I make sure this scenario doesn't happen again? Because it wasn't the first time that this has happened, and it probably won't be the last time it happens. So, what can I do to improve to minimize that, right? Instead of being frustrated at them for what happened, I decided to, hey, you know what? Let me look inward, right? So I'm grateful for that awareness. I'm grateful for that moment because awareness creates opportunity, actually. It's an opportunity for growth. Like, if you think about it, if I'm able to make a shift and make some changes, well, then I'm going to grow through that in the future, right? Maybe not today. Yeah, I lost that deal yesterday. Like, it's not going to happen, but that's okay. In the future, this loss, if I learn from it, will actually turn out to be a huge gain. I will grow from it because I will stop losing deals and I will start closing more, right? So anyways, it was just one of those awareness moments. So I'd love to hear from you if you guys have ever had something like that happen in your life, right? Where you maybe had a failure or a loss and you were able to turn it around, right? With awareness. So I've got a few people starting to pour into the room. Good morning. Good morning. I see Rory. Appreciate the comment. Not going to get into the politics of that, but I appreciate that. We got Clippa 90s. What is up? Good morning. Good to see you. We got Baby Shark. Good morning. Good to see you. Hope y'all are all doing well. But yes, have you ever had a moment like that where maybe you had a lesson or a failure, but you were able to learn from it and grow from it, right? So today, my message of the day, I was reading my devotional this morning, and it talked about spiritual warfare, right? Spiritual warfare, about battles in the mind, right? Your battles that you have right up here, about not being surprised when pressure hits. And let me tell you something, that ties right into business, right? It really does. The enemy of progress, right? I'm trying to make progress. And the enemy of progress it's not always outside forces. It's not always things on the outside. A lot of times it's right here, right between the eyes, right? Sometimes it's distraction, right? Sometimes it's comparison. Sometimes it's overwhelm. You're stressed out, right? The feeling that you're drowning in your own potential, right? A lot of times the enemy of progress is right up here. It's not always things that are happening on the outside. And so I was reading Ephesians 4 this morning in my Bible, and it showed me something else that I thought was interesting. It was a reminder that unity, maturity, and living with intention, right? Patterns, discipline, growth from the inside out, right? That's what it talked about. Unity, maturity, and living with intention, right? It connected really perfectly with how I'm feeling right now. Because in business, your mind is the battleground, right? Your focus is your weapon. And your discipline is what separates momentum from chaos, right? So yesterday, that deal I lost, it really opened my eyes, right? It kind of just was some awareness. There are gaps right now in the present that I need to fill, right? There are gaps in how I present what I do, right? And how it's not my skill, not my heart, but in the clarity of how I present it. Okay, so there's something there. There was a disconnect in how I'm delivering the value that I present. And so there's an awareness. So right now I'm kind of tightening things up, dialing in the message. I'm going to be showing more clearly what makes me different from the competition, because I'm a lot different from any other financial professionals that you're going to meet. I just am. I'm different. Okay. I was built different. And I serve different. I serve in a different way. I serve an audience that is different. Most, financial professionals are going after high net worth business owners and affluent high net worth individuals. That's their market. Doctors, lawyers, business owners, right? My market's a lot different. I'm going after people who have gone through a setback, and I'm helping them get a comeback. People that are in career transition, right? I'm a lot different from most, and that's okay, right? I need to be able to clearly communicate that, why I'm different, and not with hype, but with real value and real expertise, real experience. Another thing I'm doing right now is I'm asking for help. I got too much on my plate right now, and I need to hire the right person to help, someone that can help me stay in my zone of genius, to stay in a place where I can have those creative thoughts and they can help me to execute, not just think, but actually get those things off my plate so I can continue staying in my zone of genius. And right now I got a lot of things going on, from building an in-person career transition summit to finishing out a studio I'm building, supporting those people in career transition, rebuilding a course right now for agents and advisors. I need a sharper focus because I got a lot going on. So I'm hiring some help to support with that. And even with AI, right? AI helps save me time in a lot of areas. But even with AI, what I'm noticing is that the ideas get bigger, right? They're not smaller. AI shows you a world of opportunity, so the ideas get bigger. The workload actually expands. It's not getting smaller; it's expanding. And especially if you don't intentionally prioritize things. So today, it's all about simplifying, focusing, turning off the noise, and doing the right next thing to help me keep building momentum. So today's lesson is about awareness. But awareness without adjustment, okay, is just wasted insight. Like if you think about that, like if I have an awareness, a spotlight on an issue in my business or something that I need to improve, if I have awareness but I don't do anything about it, it's just wasted insight. Okay? All right, so I got a few comments coming in here. Hey, Baby Shark. I see Baby Shark, Sharko123, and I see the comments coming in, brother. I appreciate you. I understand you're probably just going through something, or I don't know what's going on with you with those comments, but hey, listen, brother, I want you to know I'm here to help you, serve you if I can, help you in any kind of way. All right? You just let me know. All right? Seriously, hit me up on Instagram or Facebook, seriously. And I know right now you're probably, those comments, you're just kind of like maybe trying to disrupt the class a little bit. That's okay. I see you. I was like that when I was young. I'm going to tell you right now, I had a season in my life where I used to disrupt things. I used to try to intentionally, just be kind of a menace, I guess you would say. I was a menace, right? And so, but it was because there was things going on behind the scenes at my home when I was a kid. There was things going on. I was looking for attention, you know what I mean? So I see some of those comments and I hear you. I think, look, I want to help. Let's just put it that way. Hope everything's okay with you. I hope you're doing well. Seriously. I appreciate you being here. All right. So we got El King in the house. Good morning. Good to see you. All right. I see Swipe Realm. Says, I'm 22. I'm so stressed. I'm just repeating things. I'm smoking weed. Help me. Oh my gosh. First of all, I want to just applaud you. That is awareness. Okay. So what we were just talking about, awareness. I want to applaud you for having the awareness to understand that there's a problem, that you need to make some changes, right? That's the first step. So if anybody's been following my journey since I started this show, this is now episode 54, I think. But I started this show and I quit smoking. I was smoking cigarettes, okay? And what I did to help me quit smoking was I came on this show. I had awareness, number one. I know I needed to stop, right? So you have awareness. I see that because of your comment. Okay, I came on this show and I did it live in front of everybody to really hold myself accountable. And what I did was I grabbed that pack of cigarettes, crushed it up, broke them here live on the show, and I quit. I made a commitment. I spoke it out loud in front of people, okay, which is so important. So first of all, you did that just now by saying it, by awareness in front of a group of people. So that's important. Right? I would encourage you to continue to do that. Share that with people that I'm like you're it's kind of a vulnerable thing to do, but if you really want change, keep sharing the fact that you want change in front of people. Okay? So you can change. I'm praying for you. And listen, you're already taking the first steps, which is awareness, number one. Right? Number two is going to be a commitment. Okay? If you really, really, really want change, you're going to have to commit. And it's going to be hard, but you're going to have to commit and then have something to hold you accountable. Something to hold you accountable. For me, it was this show. I knew if I had to get up here the next day and either I had to do one of two things. I either had to lie to everyone and tell them that I smoked a cigarette, or I had to, which I definitely didn't want to lie, right? That was either going to be that or I would just not smoke, right? So I was like, I didn't want to lie to everybody. So I'd rather just not smoke, right? So, or I would have to tell the truth and tell everybody I did smoke, right? And I didn't want to do that either. I didn't want to admit that I failed, right? So I chose option 3, which was just don't smoke, right? So some form of accountability. That's why you see a lot of these, AA groups, and it's a group. You need a small group of people that you can, that they can help hold you accountable, right? All right, so I see Ryan. Good morning, good to see you. We got El King. We got JD. Good morning. Good to see you. Let's see. We got Abdullah Fark. All right. See, another one of those comments. I'm noticing that with YouTube, there is a culture of people who just like to disrupt the class with some crazy comments, and that's cool. Guys, I just want you to know I appreciate you being here anyways. I stinking love you, and I hope you're having an amazing, blessed day. Seriously, I mean that with the bottom of my heart, and if you need some help or support, I'm here to help you. Seriously. I'm not mad at you, okay? Not mad at your comments. They're a little crazy sometimes. I'm like, man, what are these people talking about? But you know what? Look, man, I remember being young in class, disrupting the class with some craziness too. And it just meant that I needed some attention. I needed somebody to pull me aside and say, hey, Trevor, what's going on? Everything okay? Are you all right? Everything good at home? I needed that because I had a lot of craziness going on at my house. Okay, I was living with gang members, all kinds of stuff. I had lots of craziness going on in my house, lots of drugs in my house. My house was like a homeless shelter. So I had a lot of craziness going on, guys. And so at school, I was disruptive. I was very, very acting out for attention. And so sometimes when I see these comments, I kind of get the same feeling that maybe there's something going on in your life behind the scenes that, you're like, you're just looking for attention. And I get it. I've been there. I know what you're talking about. So I feel led to help you and serve you anyways. I don't take offense to these comments that come in that are kind of off the wall. I don't take offense, guys. Matter of fact, I look at it as an opportunity. So Abdullah Fark, I see you. I love you, appreciate you. And if I can help and serve you in any kind of way, just hit me up on Facebook or Instagram. And I mean that. You just send me a DM, okay? Send me a DM. My name's Trevor Houston. You can find me pretty easily. And I would love to help, okay? All right. So, again, my message for today, pretty simple. It's about awareness and remembering that awareness without an adjustment, okay? Awareness without an adjustment is just wasted insight, okay? You got to have that awareness. It's like a flashlight, right? Like you losing that deal yesterday. it was not a setback. Okay, it was not. It was a spotlight. That's all it was. It was a spotlight. It highlighted for me exactly what needed to change. Right? It showed me and what I need to sharpen and what I need to prioritize right now. But here's the deal. If I don't actually do it, then that's a wasted opportunity. I need to actually make those changes so I don't keep repeating the same thing. Right? So, awareness without adjustment is just wasted insight. So right now, you guys have awareness around something in your life that needs changing. I'm going to encourage you to change it. Take the next step, right? And remember that focus is a skill, okay? Discipline is a choice. And clarity is the thing that will separate good from great in this season, all right? So I want you to ask yourself today, ask yourself this question. Where are you maybe spreading yourself too thin? And what's one thing that deserves your full attention today? What's one thing that you have awareness on that you know deserves your full attention? Maybe it's quitting a habit, like somebody mentioned in the comments, you know, they're smoking too much weed and stuff like that. Maybe you need to quit something. Maybe you need to put something down. Maybe you need to pick something up. Like maybe it's like, I need to get in shape. All right? Whatever it is for you, everybody has different goals. But you know, as I'm saying this right now, there's something coming to your mind, right? What's that one thing that you know for sure that if you changed this would make a massive impact in your life? It's the one thing holding you back. What is it? Write it down. Circle it. Okay? And then move forward today, right? Just move forward today. Take that next step today. All right? Now, in closing, guys, I want you to remember that your plate may be full. You may have a lot going on, but it's because your calling is big. All right? Your calling is big. You got a calling on your life. Each and every one of you do. Okay? But you're not meant to carry it all alone. All right? So I want you to slow down, focus in, figure out how you can delegate where you can, right? And just trust that each challenge that you're facing today is really shaping you into the leader you need to be for tomorrow. All right? All right, so we got OK Maine back in the house. What's up? What's up? OK Maine. With the comments again. OK Maine. I love you, man. Appreciate you. He says, please acknowledge me. No, I don't need you to donate anything, my friend. I don't need you to donate, but I appreciate you. Okay, anyways. All right, thanks for joining in. Y'all have an amazing, blessed day. And I will see you guys tomorrow. Let's rock. Let's roll. Let's go. Bye.